We're here with Naaem Aslam from Zaye Capital. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
Sure. How was the event so far?
You know, it's brilliant because events like these, we need more in London. And then for FMLS, there is so much buzz because there's only one event that is happening throughout the year. And then everyone is looking forward to it because this is the only, one of the only and most credible event in the industry, which is very much B2B. You can come, you can discuss with the decision makers because that is what you want essentially, right?
Yeah.
You want to come to an event, you wanted to meet the decision makers, you wanted to meet the new players in the industry so that you can actually support them what they do and then you can develop business for them and for yourself. If the decision makers, a lot of decision makers are under one roof, it makes your job a lot more easier. And I think this is what FMLS presents to the
Brilliant.
industry.
That's the intention, and so we have happy we can deliver.
Thank you.
So you worked for many retail brokers, providing research or being head of research, and now you offer these services independently. So you have a good insight into what traders want and what the requirements are these days. So when you look into 2025, where do you think brokers should be looking at in terms of content and acquisition through education?
George, I think that's a brilliant question. At Zaye Capital, we are very much focused on research, which is not only driven by an event or an activity, which could be anything from geopolitics to corporate actions in terms of the price action, but everything from that. But more importantly, it is the key word that you've used is the education. Telling clients, one, what has happened, what this means for you if you have invested in that particular stock, in that particular derivative. If you haven't, what you are about to miss out on the potential opportunity.
Activate them, basically.
Activate those particular ones through a proper content which is written organically, no artificial, no ChatGPT content. ChatGPT is great to put the bones, to put the meat on the bone, but you have to have a strong bone in order to do that, right? So you could. That is where the content is very, very important, and I think this is where our relationship with the brokerage companies as Zaye Capital is very strong because they're looking for that because they want to have people coming, reading the content, and then being able to understand the content.
So which types of content or which asset classes, let's say, in the content universe gain the most traction right now?
Wow.
Crypto, gold.
Trump is in the office.
Okay.
So, but he will be in the office in a month's time now. So it is all about opportunities across every single sector. It's not one particular sector. Okay. Of course, some of your viewers would be very much into cryptos, and then we have seen a massive rally. And for disclaimer purpose, I own cryptos. We've seen a massive.
So that's why you drum up the price. Okay, now I get it.
I wish I could do that. And then if you guys are listening, let's go behind it. So
to the moon. Okay.
To the moon. But I think the opportunities are across the sectors, across in the energy sector. Because I will say one thing. If you don't own a V8 engine car, you will be able to own a V8 engine car. Although I'm still huge in favor of green energy and everything else, but the thrill that you get from a V8 car is different.
Yes.
But there are always concerns about higher fuel consumptions and all of that. So with Trump back in the office, I would say that oil prices are going to go to $40 a barrel, perhaps below $40 as well, because they're going to focus only in one thing, which is drill, baby, drill. And that means huge amount of oil coming on the market. You know where we are in terms of a Brent crude as of today? We're trading at $65.
Okay.
So we are talking about an opportunity from now where oil prices will gradually continue to move to the downside, and it will allow you to have a V8 engine.
Okay. The following does not constitute trading advice, nor am I entitled to provide any. No, great stuff. It's very interesting to see where the wind is blowing. And you're based in Dubai, correct?
Yes.
So maybe you can say a few words about the meaning of Dubai as a growing hub, what the benefits are, why so many industry participants are going there. Is it taxation? Is it the workforce, the global workforce that props up there?
It's a bit of everything, George. I mean, we are based in London, we are based in Dubai, and of course in Asia. Very soon we will have a presence there as well. The thing about Dubai is the strategic the location of the country, especially if you're trading stocks and if you're trading US markets. You are based in a very good location from that particular perspective, where you get a head start in terms of preparing for the markets, and in a time zone which you can easily manage. Now, as you correctly mentioned, two important factors. Number one is access to talent is huge in Dubai, and it is efficient, still very much efficient in terms of the salaries and what you would pay for one particular analyst in London. So that is that. And secondly, it's the quality of life, really.
Okay.
I'm not talking about, I know that you may well say that, what about summer and everything else, but there is a facility, there are alternatives for that.
Sure.
Because yesterday,
Aircon.
well, look, yesterday, what was it? It's like for the last week, we just have rain in London.
Yes.
No sun, for 1 week, no sun. I haven't seen the sun. Only today we're looking at sun and said, oh, okay, it's pleasant. In terms of other amenities, the quality in general, because we have limited time on that. You wanted to live.
This really
in a
spill us
place.
into the self-help. Brilliant. No, you're right. You're right.
So you wanted to spend the time where
4,000 weeks, right? That's the book.
That's
okay.
the book. Say, do you want it to be confined in a shoebox, or do you want it to be confined in a bigger place with a better amenities?
Fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to look at oil, to move to Dubai, and to have some research from Zaye Capital. Thank you very much.
And see you in Dubai.